Hello? Can you guys hear me? Hello there, and welcome to another episode of Storytime with BDD. Excuse me while I just clear my nose. Uh, hmm, hmm. Feeling a little horny right now. Hi guys. Can't seem to keep my head on straight. It keeps tilting to the other side here. So, I'm very happy to see you guys today. What is this? This is my daughter's unicorn head. We bought this for her a little while back, a few years, and it was in storage, and I was like, what a waste of a great unicorn head. So, I thought I would treat you guys to, let's see, what is it saying here? Funny, such a dude. Unicorn rocks, yes! But I can't imagine, does it filter 0.02 microns? Good question. I will say this, I don't know how mascots are able to keep these things on in the heat in the summer, because this room is chilly, and this is stuffy, and it's like I can see through these things here, but this thing is stuffy. Is it heavy? No, it's light. It's light. Awesome grocery store wear. Yes, indeed. Whew. All right. So that was about as much as I could stand. I was wearing this for about 3 minutes, and it is insanely stuffy in there. So, welcome, guys. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Storytime with BDD. Yes, do unicorns ride with Biden? Everybody's riding with Biden. What you talking about? Before I get started, I just wanted to see. I see Texas has joined us, and my friend Sherry Scary is here, and Jamie Baker. I'd like to know who else is here. Arkansas, California, WDC, I don't know where that is. KC Mo, where's the Brooklyn accent? What are you talking about? It's right here, all right? Come on now. Albany, New Jersey, South Carolina, Philly, Michigan in the house, Vero Beach, Columbia, Hammond, Indiana, Ohio, DC, North Carolina, St. Louis, Oregon, Huntsville, Alabama, Buffalo, Seattle, Washington, D.C., Oklahoma, Georgia, Ohio, Pelham, New York, Northern Nevada, Maryland, Leakey, Texas, New Zealand, the Bay Area, D.C., Detroit, South Cal, Colorado, North Carolina, London, UK. What's up, London? Los Angeles, Texas, North Carolina, San Antonio, New Jersey, Oregon, Fresno, Virginia, Key Biscayne, Queens, Denmark, nice, Minnesota in the house, North Carolina, Sacramento, Warrington, PA, Phoenix, Milwaukee, Idaho, Omaha, San Fran, Tennessee, Caldwell, Texas, South Kakalaki, Kentucky, Manhattan, Nebraska, Ohio, Maine, BC, Canada. San Fran says hi again. Chicago, Sweden is here. Sweden, San Diego, Miami Beach, Cincinnati, Bay River, New York. Who's on an island? I don't know. Falconer, North Carolina, Illinois. Lots of Texans. Staten Island, Wake Forest, Iraq, Batten Scale. I don't know what Batten Scale is. And apologies to our Canadian friends. Edinburgh, Scotland. I think, did I pronounce that right, wifey? You don't know. She told me I pronounced it wrong the other day. Michigan, Idaho, Rochester, Tampa, Florida, Southern Illinois, Stirling, Scotland. Wow, you guys all the way over there. Reigate, Surrey, UK. I lived on East 13 in Brooklyn. That's cool. UK, Cambridge, Jersey City, Michigan, Woodbridge, Virginia, north of Tampa, New Fairfield, Connecticut, Newark, New Jersey, Manhattan again, Ohio, Farmington, CT, Cleveland, Everett, Washington, Brooklyn, Georgia, Upper East Tennessee, California, Enfield, Connecticut, Toronto, Canada, West Palm Beach, Clinton, New Jersey, Kentucky, Oregon, SoCal, Winchester, Virginia, Woodland Shire. Okay, guys, I'm spent. Ontario, Canada. Hello. So I just got back in Knoxville, Tennessee. Bumfuck, Kansas. Providence, Rhode Island. Go Bucks, go Ducks. North Carolina. Okay. Sometimes I feel like you guys are waiting for me just to like read off those things and see how much air capacity I have in my lungs. I've got some capacity. Don't push it. England, Wales, and Ireland. Very nice to see you guys all here. I just got back a little while ago from the supermarket. I don't know if you guys saw my tweet from inside the supermarket. It's scary, guys. It is actually, it's different. Like a month ago, I posted a tweet, South Africa. Sorry, I got to post. South Africa's in the house. Trevor Noah's folks. What up? A month ago, I posted a tweet from inside Costco, and it was very different back then. Like only maybe half of the people in there, New Brunswick, Canada is with us. Only half of the people in Costco were wearing masks. Today, everybody at the ShopRite was wearing a mask, first of all. Second of all, hello, south side of Chicago. Second of all, people were definitely practicing social distancing. Like, there were a few times people were about to, like, you know, when you almost crash into someone else's cart? Nah, that wasn't happening today. It was nobody crashing into a cart. It was, I mean, and then aside from that, most of the shelves were bare. Most of the shelves were bare. And that's the kind of thing you see in disaster movies, and you hate to see that. Portlandia's in the house. Hello, Portlandia, and Emerson, Georgia. Yeah, so I basically went to get essentials, and when I say essentials, I'm all set with toilet paper, but we needed, like, you can't do without vegetables. You got to have the vegetables, especially you're sitting around the house and not getting as much exercise as you're accustomed to because you're sitting around the house and eating a lot of junk food, probably, if you're like me. Strangely, with all the junk food, I have seemed to lost a good deal of weight, probably about 5 pounds since this crisis started. I lost 5 pounds. Word up. No joke. Somebody says growing their own vegetables. Yes. So wifey is intent on us building a garden in the back so that we can grow our own vegetables, because that's always a useful thing to do. It's a great way to save money. And who knows what this vegetable situation is going to look like. So if you have a backyard and you have the ability to do that, it's not a bad idea. We just got a whole bunch of 2x4s delivered, and now I have the pleasure of building a garden. Aside from that, I got some good news. Was hoping for Brooklyn accent. Guys, how many times I got to tell you, huh? You know, this Brooklyn accent, you know, I can switch it on and switch it off, but I want everybody to understand what I'm saying, all right? All right? Thank you very much. Look, I'm trying to work here, all right? Now, I wanted to share challenge build a garden, hashtag forget about it. Forget about it, all right? I wanted to share a little bit of good news. Today, I finally, after much yelling at the people who print my books, I finally got a shipment today of 3 more boxes of books. Right here is one of the boxes. I am happy to say, those of you who have been patiently awaiting the delivery of your books, please be aware, I am not just sitting on my butt, doing nothing. I'm yelling at these printers every day saying, where are my books? So this is just one box of books that I will be spending most of tonight and all day tomorrow signing for you guys. And I do that because I love you. And that's on the real. I am anxious. I am more anxious for you to get these books than you are anxious to read them. I can't wait. Everybody who has read this has enjoyed it and loved it. And those of you who have been on this ride with me. Oh, by the way, I wanted to also share with you this. Hang on. So, when I posted my video from the supermarket earlier today, a bunch of people were getting on my case because the mask I was using wasn't covering the full beard. And they were saying, your mask is not covering your face properly. And so, they're saying you're probably going to need to shave that beard off, or what's left of my beard. So I told wifey this, and she was like, no. And so she was originally planning on giving this to me for my birthday. But since I threatened to have to shave, she ordered this from the same place I get my my beard grooming stuff. What's it called? Maestro, I think. So Maestro is now making these masks. And you can see it's pretty good. Covers the face, goes around the ears. A bunch of people are making these masks, but this is part of our new reality, guys. This is a thing now. I just read an article. Put it over the nose. Yes, I will. I just read an article today, and some researchers from Harvard were saying that it's possible that we're going to have to practice social distancing. Hold this. Social distancing for until 2022. Somebody just asked, how do you get a signed copy? I think wifey is on this feed, so she will let you know. And yes, wifey is the boss. 2022. I can't even imagine, living like this, going out every day with a mask for the next 2 years. I can't even fathom that. So they did say, let me just qualify, they did say intermittently. So not every day, all week, all month for the next 2 years. Probably when they get this crisis down to where it's manageable, they'll say, okay, 1 month on, 1 month off. Maybe, I don't even know. I don't even know yet. This is just Harvard researchers saying this. Some Hunter says he wants a signed copy too. There's a button on my website where you can click brooklynDadDefiant.com and you can get that. Perhaps not big crowds. That's another thing. So I play fantasy football, right? Every year. I've been playing it since 1999. And somebody on TV was just saying maybe it's possible that football will resume on time, which that would be September. I don't know how they're going to do it because football is a contact sport. There's no social distancing in football. You hit and you get hit, right? You can't do that from 6 feet away. But it didn't even occur to me oh my God, this might be the first year I can't play fantasy football. It's a small thing, but it is one of those things I do look forward to every year. So that would be, oh, somebody said, just got my book, love it. Woohoo! So yeah, I will definitely, if that happens, I'll miss football, but I'd rather less people die than me getting to play a fantasy sport that really is meaningless. And I have still yet to win my league in over 20 years. So, what else? We got, we did the show and tell. The big news today is that today, President Obama endorsed Joe Biden. This is huge because for the whole time that the primary was going on, Obama was like in the background and he wasn't saying anything. And people were like, when is Obama going to speak up? Well, I think he was waiting for Bernie to kind of step aside, and he did. And this is huge, huge. I'm a huge Obama fan, and I just love watching him speak because, when he speaks, you can kind of feel him. You can feel him in the heart. Even if he's reading from a speech, the way he expresses himself is very different from the orange anus in the White House. And, it's like when you finally see somebody you haven't seen in a long time. Yes, full sentences. I love full sentences. So, yeah. And I'm looking forward to seeing more of Obama speaking up. I don't know if you guys saw any clips from yesterday's press briefing, but it was a disaster, an unmitigated disaster. He is, I like to call him Complainiac Tantrumpicus or Foolius Tantrumpicus, or, the guy is unhinged, orange meltdown, indeed. I can't understand why they continue to allow him to get up there and spread his propaganda. He got up there and had a video that the White House staff put together, and it was a campaign ad. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with campaign finance laws or the Hatch Act. The Hatch Act says that you are not allowed to use federal funds for campaign business, and that is precisely what he did. So yes, the media did cut him off. They were wise to do that, but that's offensive. The guy, all he does is break laws day and night. So I'm very glad that Obama has stepped back into the scene. I think it's going to make a huge difference. I think people are going to remember, the more they see him, the more people are going to remember, oh, that's what a president looks like. I like that. I don't like that. The guy cannot lead us through a crisis. He can't lead himself out of a wet paper bag. So, yes, I'm very pleased with Obama supporting and endorsing Joe Biden. I think this is going to be, as long as everybody shows up and votes, we're going to be okay. Now, with that said, I would like to get started where we left off yesterday. This is called Storytime with BDD. So, Kellyanne did some. Oh yeah, Kellyanne did that too. She violated the Hatch Act. So, as you may recall, we left off yesterday with that tweet page with Spanky sitting on the crapper. Somebody in this group here says Biden has no chance. I think you need to be watching the fake press briefing, perhaps. Yeah. Favorite page, please. Coming right up. Yes, it is a troll. Okay, so This is Spanky McDumbass. Spanky McDumbass is sad. He used to be rich. He used to be a businessman. He used to be a TV star. He used to be the Liddle'est President. But now Spanky McDumbass is in jail. How did he get here? Let's go back. This is my absolute favorite page. I think I've told you this 1,000 times, but the way we make this happen, we can make this happen. We show up in massive droves, the biggest landslide ever. He's got to be humiliated. He has to be humiliated. And the best way to humiliate him is with the numbers, with all of us showing up. All of us show up and vote. Everybody you know, vote blue. Vote for Joe Biden. And down the list, everybody, the senators, the House of Representatives, the judges, everybody, blue. Blue, 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 blue. And his ass will be kicked out of the Oval Office, and the SDNY will be picking him up and putting him in handcuffs. Believe that. Believe it. So where we left off yesterday, we had Spanky. I don't know if you guys can see when the messages are rolling up there, but here, let me bring it to the side here. There's Spanky sitting on the crapper. He's tweeting. And this was the last page we left off with yesterday as he was tweeting all of these stupid tweets. He's just firing them off in between turds. Yeah? And so, can the crapper hold his weight? Possibly. I don't know. Nobody knows. The only thing Spanky was good at was breaking the law. He just wasn't very good at hiding it. One day, when he heard that former Vice President Mo Ryden was running for president, Spanky got worried. Real worried. He was so worried, he called the president of Ukraine and asked him to investigate Ryden in exchange for military aid that was already approved by Congress. Asking a foreign country to investigate your political rival is illegal, even for a president, especially for a president, because nobody is above the law. So let's just take a look at this page, shall we? Okay, on this side here, this is the president of Ukraine. This is Zelensky. And he's here saying, we need those missiles. And if you can see the expression on his face, he is warily looking out the window at bombs falling. Bombs and missiles are dropping in Ukraine. These are Russian missiles. And here you see Spanky saying, I need you to do us a favor, though. And I don't know if you can see his little telephone right there. He's on his little smiley face telephone. And there's Mo Ryden entering the race. This, you guys may recall, actually happened. This actually happened. And I don't know if there were actually missiles falling, but the point is, President Zelensky knew his people were in trouble, and he needed that aid, and Congress had already approved it But Spanky was like, yeah, I'll give you the aid, but I want you to look up dirt on Joe Biden. This actually happened. And Spanky was taken to not to court, but he was impeached as a result. Let me read the next page. Spanky would have gotten away with it, but a whistleblower stepped forward and told people about Spanky's call. Spanky was mad and said it was a perfect call. He finally released Ukraine's military aid, but only because he got caught. You guys, don't mess around with that troll. Just block him and keep it moving. What's his name? Brandon? Kick his ass the hell out of here or block him, just ignore him. Congress started an investigation and found many people who confirmed Spanky's illegal actions. Republicans screamed and hollered. They cried and complained, but none of them could defend Spanky's actions. Spanky was impeached. So let's take a close look at this, shall we? Over here, we've got Nancy Pelosi. She is holding up a big-ass rubber stamp that says impeached. There, that's Nadler. What's his name? I can never remember his first name. It's not Ralph. It's Jerry Nadler, right? There's Val Demings. And there is Adam Schiff. And over here, you got Spanky. He's been stamped with the stamp of impeachment. Can never be removed. Never. And here's his long-ass tie. Impeached forever. Spanky doesn't want mail-in ballots because he can't win unless machines get hacked. Right on point. Right on point. Cotton candy hair just right. Yes. Yeah, so this is the part of the book that actually gets good. Hey, from New Zealand, what's up? Long-ass tie, that's right. So, Kiwis against Trump. Glad to have you on board. So that's all we're going to read for today. This part of the book, we are actually very close to the end now. That tie is compensating for something, Skywalker. The illustration is amazing. Thank you very much for that. If you are interested in picking up a copy, you can find my book on Amazon. Just search up The Liddle'est President. Or if you want an autograph book, I'm not sure how many we have left. Oh, Laura says she just bought our book. Woohoo! Thank you. I'm not sure how many more autographed copies we have left to do. When I say how many more autographed copies, I mean these are books that I just get, right? And we are limiting the amount of books that we are going to be... will I read the audiobook to sell? I'm not sure how well this book works as an audiobook. If I was going to do this as an audiobook, I would absolutely love, somebody got the book on Kindle, that's nice. I would absolutely love to have a celebrity voice do the reading, either like Morgan Freeman or Mark Hamill. Those are actually really the only two names I can think of. I'd love Stephen Colbert because he's very versatile with his voices. Alec Baldwin would be hilarious. I love Samuel L. Jackson, but I don't have enough F-bombs. I don't have any F-bombs in the book. Anthony Hopkins would be interesting. At this point, I think just about anybody who's got a good reading voice. But Alec Baldwin, I never even thought about that. That would be excellent. I'd love Hillary Clinton to read this book. I would love Hillary Clinton to read this as an audiobook. Just to hear her say shitbaggery. The word shitbaggery does appear in this book on one of the pages. Tina Fey is good. Nancy Pelosi would never do it. She's, she's still in public life. But Hillary Clinton, she is all out of, she does not care. So yeah, it would be beautiful. Man, if I could get Hillary to read this. If anybody out there knows Hillary Clinton personally, please, ask her. Ask her. Still with her. Yes. Yes, indeed. She was robbed. She was absolutely robbed. Can you imagine if Hillary was president right now? I think we would have had like a fraction of the losses of life here in America. Not saying that nobody would have died. We would have still had fatalities, but they would have been much lower because she wouldn't have sat on her ass waiting for the shit to hit the fan. Yeah. So let's not put ourselves in a position to think about what might have been this year. This year, we have a chance to control our fate, our destiny. Jon Stewart, that would be good. Jon Stewart would be great too. But I still think right now, I think just for the sake of irony, I think Hillary would be awesome. Does anybody have any questions for me about something you'd like to know about Brooklyn Dad or about just politics in general or whatever? If you have questions, now is the time. Now is the time. By Don 2020. Why do we have more corona deaths than anybody in the world? Because this crisis has not been managed properly. Who did my illustrations? John Kelly, not the general. Somebody else. Let's see. How are book sales going? Book sales are okay. They're not, I thought that the book sales, because of my followers on Twitter, I thought I'd have bigger book sales. But Twitter kind of controls the tweets that go out. Like you'd think somebody with 400,000 followers, I'd get more action on my tweets, but they kind of throttle those tweets. So every day I'm trying to figure out new ways to tell more people about the book. But they're okay. When did I get involved? 2016 was when I got involved, and I've stayed active ever since. How was dinner yesterday? Dinner yesterday was fabuloso. Let me just say, wifey can cook. She can cook. She made like a pizza, right? And the pizza had like a different kind of, it was like a pesto kind of sauce. It was fabulous. She makes pizza like every other day for my son. But this was like a special thing. And there was a chicken with a tomato sauce. It was fantastic. It was delicious. Thanks for asking. The title of the book, someone asked, what is the title? It is The Liddle'est President. And it's illustrated by John Kelly. I don't know if you haven't seen the cover before. This cover is fantastic. This guy did an awesome job on Mitch McConnell, Stephen Miller, Kellyanne Conway, Eric Trump, Rudy Giuliani, Ivanka, Putin, Spanky, Joe Biden, Nancy Pelosi, Hillary, and Obama. I love this cover. I think this is a work of art. How do I see this ending? I only see it one way. I only see it ending one way. I see it ending with Joe Biden winning the presidency. I see probably about 10% of Republicans peeling off to vote for Joe. And I say that because Joe is, people accuse him of being centrist. Whatever, dude. He's got more democratic principles than Trump, and that's all that matters to me right now. He's not perfect, but he's head and shoulders above Trump. Where's my hat? I took it off because that unicorn head was too damn stuffy. I could put it on now because now it's nice and cool in here. Wall Street is the only thing that got his attention. Yes. Can you get the book outside of Amazon? Yes, you can go to my website, brooklynDadDefiant.com. And, you can also get it at Barnes & Noble. Barnes & Noble is selling it as well. What are my workout routines? Zero. Every other day, I'll play basketball with my son in the driveway. And there are some other things that I do that are physical that I cannot share with you, but it does get the cardio going. Grown folk will know what I mean. Who would I like to see on Biden's ticket? I'd like to see either Elizabeth Warren, Kamala Harris, Stacey Abrams, Amy Klobuchar. Somebody earlier today. Oh, I'd love to see Michelle Obama. She'd never go for it, but that would be amazing. But yeah, am I feeling okay? So far, so good. So Twitter, no blaming Twitler, no blaming the WHO. Twitler is blaming anybody and everyone that he can. Miranda says, you're amazing. Thank you, Miranda. You are amazing too. Have I heard of Jacinda Ardern? Of course. My wife is a Kiwi. She's from New Zealand. What are your views on New Zealand's response? New Zealand has not only flattened the curve, they squashed the curve. So New Zealand did it right. But Jacinda, the Prime Minister of New Zealand, when there was a mass shooting there, she shut down the whole gun thing, immediately. I thought that was, algorithm throttle. I think she's a fantastic leader. Loving the new goatee. Thank you. How long will this social distancing is going to last for a while? I'm thinking we're going to end up having to adapt, having to change our behavior. Instead of high fives, I'm going to miss high fives. That's one of my favorite things. We're going to have to do air fives or do the Wakanda greeting, Wakanda forever. I don't even know about the elbow bump. I am sometimes posting on IG. Someone asked if I'm posting on Instagram. Not as much, but yes, I am. All three types of voting machines in every state are hackable. There's a show on Netflix about hacking, and I feel like it's called Kill Switch or something. I can't remember, but I need to watch that. Yes. Madam POTUS, 45, yet not seated. Didn't we all? I'm on Facebook. Yes, I'm on Facebook. I'm on Twitter and Instagram. Hillary for Attorney General. I don't know. It's possible. I think Hillary should just kind of be on the sideline and just chill. That's just me personally. I think she is she's like a lightning rod for controversy. Like the Republicans hate her for whatever reason. They've hated her since the 90s, and they're never going to stop hating her. So wherever she is, she's going to draw, anger, and I think just give her a rest. When are you inviting us for dinner? It's a good question. That'd be a great big dinner. If maybe after they find a vaccine for coronavirus. What would you have done different if I were in Trump's position? Oh, is this the guy, Brewer Brandon? What I would have done, Mr. Troll, is I would have listened to the experts, and I would have started social distancing immediately, and I would have closed closed the country down. I would have stopped everything. And see, he didn't do that because he didn't want his stock market numbers to go down, but they went down anyway. He didn't care about human lives. So I would have started all of this draconian measures, every state closing down. I would have started that back in January. He didn't start until March. Thousands of people died. That shit is on him, Brandon. Okay, Jack from the Bronx. Your wife can microwave with the best. That's cool. Do I think Fauci is forcing himself to be diplomatic? Absolutely. Fauci wants to keep himself in play for us. For us, not for Trump. He doesn't care about Trump. Fauci's a smart guy. He knows he's dealing with a narcissistic buffoon. So Fauci is doing what he can to mitigate this moron's ego and still be able to dispense important information. So why did Joe Biden call Trump an X? I'm not sure. I never heard that. Grow basil in your garden so you can make pesto. I'm sure that is on Wifey's list, indeed. Okay, Wifey, somebody says after this is all over, she wants a dinner invite. Okay, how can he put Jared and Ivanka on a committee? I don't know how he could have put Jared on anything. The problem is nobody wants to work for this fool. Nobody that is worth a damn wants to work for Trump. Therefore, he's stuck recycling the same clowns. Jared is a slumlord loser. That's what he is. And he just married his daughter. So, and Ivanka, I don't know, because he is deluding himself thinking that Ivanka has something up here. She does not. Kellyanne definitely does look like the Wicked Witch. Love the cover. Buying book with stimulus check. Thank you very much. Trump's having the meltdown. He's always having a meltdown. Who do you think vice president? Will Trump leave peacefully? No, he will not. I'm calling it. Trump will not leave peacefully. In fact, I called it in this book. He's not going to leave peacefully. No, he's going to make a big fuss. He's going to try to pull out whatever tricks he can. He's going to have to be forcibly removed. Count on it. Will life ever be the same? It will not, sadly. But, I mean, if you guys remember 9/11, almost 20 years ago, 9/11 kind of changed everything. How we go through the airport, life changed drastically. And that's going to be the case with this coronavirus. No, Rudy has not passed from the virus. I believe he's still alive in a cave somewhere. What do I think of Justin Amash running for POTUS? That annoys me. He's not exactly Jill Stein. I think what bothers me is I'm not sure if he's going to take votes away from Democrats or from Republicans. You would think because he's a former Republican, recently turned independent, that Justin Amash would take votes away from Trump. I can't be sure of that because there's enough angry Bernie bros who might look at Amash and say, okay, well, I won't vote for Trump, but I'll vote for this guy because he seems reasonable. And, that would be a mistake. It would be a big mistake because Justin Amash will not have enough votes to win. He will have enough votes to hurt Biden's candidacy. Pray for Florida. DeSantis barely closed his state. DeSantis is an idiot. He's a moron. It was unbelievable that he won that election. Drag him out MPs. Yes. I'm a cool dad. Thank you. Who did I vote for the first time I voted? The very first time I voted, it was not a presidential election. It was a mayoral election, and I voted for David Dinkins to be the mayor of New York, and he did win that election, but he only served one term. The very next person I voted for was Bill Clinton for president, and that was in 92. And then in 96, I voted for Ross Perot. Ross Perot. Some of you old heads might remember Ross Perot ran for president on the third party. We got somebody in here saying Trump 2020. That's sad. Sad to see that. I'm amazed that the Trump 2020 fans stayed in this room through the reading of the Liddle'est President. It's amazing that the pain these people will subject themselves to just to troll us. It's unbelievable. Yeah, my first presidential vote was Bill Clinton. Would I come on your podcast, Nick? Yes, I will. If you send me your info and let me know how to jump into your podcast, I'd be more than happy to. Thank you for the offer. Michelle Obama for SCOTUS would be fantastic. Virtual rallies, that's a clever idea. I'm not sure how that works, but we might have to start figuring that out. First march with no school shootings since 2002. It's sad that it has taken all of us staying inside to avoid the school shootings. It's very sad. Sherry says she's going to miss hugging people. Same. This is definitely going to be a weird new reality. Thank you for speaking of our country, Kiakaha Aruhanui. I'm not sure what that means, but thank you for that. Live long and prosper. Okay, so guys, my internal clock is telling me, Trump loses, does he leave peacefully? No. My internal clock is telling me that it is time to release my family and let them roam about the house freely. So I want to thank you guys once again. One other thing, I'm waiting for some more merch to show up that I've ordered from my own store. And I'm really anxious to share it with you guys. One is a hashtag hoodie that is going to be going in one of our giveaway contests this week. Tune in. I believe I'll be doing it on Friday. And I'm anxious to show you guys what it looks like. It's very cool. But again, Kill Chain was the name of that documentary. Thank you, Lisa. Guys, thank you once again for tuning in. This is Brooklyn Dad. I'm always happy to see you. I'll be here tomorrow around the same time so you can avoid watching Orange Foolius. Guys, stay safe. I love you, and I'll see you again soon. Peace.